I once talked to an older Chinese man, came into anandamide and saw what we were selling. He saw Mushroom Heaven, and the person he was with asked me about it. I started describing Cordyceps as part of this blend, and he said, yes, exactly. It gives you confidence. That was a huge moment for me. This guy was not a doctor or an herbalist. He just understood the impact of cordyceps. He was familiar with cordyceps as an herb because of his culture, and he interpreted everything that I was saying about physical energy, stamina, and activation actually in the muscle. And I'm doing this kind of upright, lifted spine, dialed posture, and he said, exactly. It's a moment that I always remember, and I think it's a great teaching moment to convey to people when I talk to them about Mushroom Heaven, because again, these things can be seen and understood, but they're not so common in America. So most of us are looking for stimulation, energy. Most of us are looking for the impact of caffeine, of coffee, of strong tea. Some of us are even going all the way to using Adderall or other ADHD style pharmaceutical medications. All of these can obviously be very helpful and beneficial, but they exemplify the American Western one-way input. Mushroom Heaven is very different. It doesn't act on any stimulant receptor at all. These are adaptogenic in the sense that they're balancing and influencing your energy systems in a certain way, and they do it in concert. So lion's mane is driving neuroplasticity, which is an openness of your brain function to engagement with the moment. It's an increased learning capacity. So if you're engaged in a project where you need to learn, what is this process that I'm working on right now, and how do I best work on it? I can't take all day to figure that out. I need to engage it and learn as I go. Lion's mane is priming this function for you. Cordyceps stimulates ATP, which is energy production directly in the muscle. There's something like a performance moment, a shoot, a deadline. If there's a long work day where we're finishing eating dinner and realizing we have several more hours to work today before we go home, I can rely on Mushroom Heaven to stabilize my mood and my energy and get through it, and still know that I can land softly into sleep at some point. Whereas if we drank coffee at that time of night, I mean, certainly if you took a prescription stimulant like an Adderall after dinner, you're not sleeping that night. So Mushroom Heaven gives you confidence. It can help you smooth rough edges and coast through challenging moments, challenging periods, whether that be 3 or 4 hours or 3 or 4 weeks, sometimes 3 or 4 months. One main way that Mushroom Heaven is different is that it's potent, it's strong. We learned early that there are certain ways to grow and extract these mushrooms. The compounds are made bioavailable. This is tested to be as potent of an extract of each of these mushrooms as you can get. This is at peak quality and peak potency, and that's the only way we feel good about conveying these mushrooms. A lot of products, particularly early days when these were popping up in the Western market, mushroom coffee and bigger brands that were taking up space on the shelves at the health food store, at Whole Foods, dosed or designed even in such a way that they contain very little active ingredient. Some of these mushrooms need to be extracted in a certain way. They need a dual extraction. They need a hot water extraction and an alcohol extraction to make everything in it bioavailable to you. Mushroom Heaven is definitely a part of my mental health routine. There's certain things that I need every day, every week, to keep me grounded but inspired, to keep me consistent but not pushing through hard things. It's important to stay aware and hold space make a little space for where you're struggling. But for a lot of people, if you run a business, if you have a job, if you have kids, you can't wait to take action. You can't wait until you get a great night's sleep to be your best self. You can't wait to feel great to be responsible. You have to have some kind of consistency. We know that you can get out of balance if you try to push through it with just coffee. Probably gonna get out of whack. I love coffee. I drink coffee every day. Mushroom Heaven helps me capture the best effects of coffee and still stay grounded. Mushroom Heaven works with coffee to improve my stimulation and focus and clarity without the coffee causing further negative impact on my energy.